All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, collectors of adult age, Dave here once again with my third part, Masters of the Universe Revelation Masterverse toy line from Mattel. This is He-Man. 30 points of articulation, Masterverse, Netflix. There's a peek at him inside there. Mattel. Stuff on the bottom. Barcode. He-Man, most powerful man in the universe. Keep hitting the camera. Nice. Awesome artwork on the side. Very cool artwork on the back. There's the write-up. You can read it if you want to. Cross-sell. Very cool. Now, I was super fortunate enough to be the first person to come across a shipper of these guys at Walmart the other day. Roughly 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I posted a photo, picked out mine, and then ran home, picked up my lady, came all the way back, round trip of maybe 15 minutes. And let's see, background. And in that time, somebody had gotten a couple others. Double clam. But long story short, in the first 4 hours, the shipper was cleared out. Absolutely cleaned out. But since I was the first guy there, I got first dibs on the figures. Super cool. Let's take a look at his hands real quick. It's a pretty good sculpt there. His weapon holding hands. You got a left and a right. Virtual mirrors of each other. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Put them over there. So being the first guy to the shipper, I took a look at him. Picked Evil-Lyn, Mossman, He-Man, and Skeletor. I like this. I like that design. The strap looking thing. Show you that in just a minute. But I really dig it. So, but yeah, long story short. Long story convoluted, I should say. We got the second power sword. This one, I say second because Skelegod over there came with one. Let's flex it back straight a little bit. Sweet. It will flex, so you can straighten it out if it's bent in the package. Very cool. It's got fullers in there. I like this design. I think compared to classic design, it's pretty cool. But anyway, let's get him out. As I was saying, because I was the first guy to the shipper, I got to pick my He-Man first. And a lot of the ones that I saw, like all the others, had super blonde hair. Let me... There. Maybe this will help a little bit. This one has a really nice dark wash in all the grooves of his hair sculpt. So it looks more sandy blonde versus bleach blonde surfer. So this one I feel like is the best one I've seen, either online in pictures or whatever else. So I feel like I got lucky there. Let's check out articulation. He can look down. Not a lot up. We need up. Mattel, adjust the necks, huh? Adjust the necks so figures can look up better. Get around. Full exorcist. Pea soup. Good shoulders. You can get 90-ish. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, full rotation. Let's get that back down. Full rotation. It's nice. It's good. I like it. His chest armor piece come off. Got the classic attachment style there. I'm not going to take it off because it's fine the way it is. Got bicep cut. Double jointed elbows, but this lower one's a little stiff. Let's see. There we go. That's about all you get because the bicep sculpt. Not so bad though. Pardon that burp if you heard it. This side is the same. The lower one. This one gets the strap in the way. That's alright. This piece is free floating on the arm, if in case you didn't know. You can take that off. It looks just fine. Comes packaged with the fist hand there. Perfectly fine. Forward and back on the ball. That piece there. Let's see, let's take that hand off. It's a little bit of work. Now, that piece is glued on the bottom, but it will come off if you work it. You couldn't even see that. Oh, there we go. Well, I just broke that glue on that side, so that's now a separate piece. Let's switch hands while I got him out there. Forward and back. Standard forward and back peg. But Mattel, there's another point for Mattel. Make this joint the other direction. Sword hands need to be able to do this, not this. Or do all of it. Put it on a ball situation. This. Need to be able to do this. Take the sword. This. Come on, guys. Got a ball peg. Oh, that slides up pretty easy. You can see the sculpt. Got a ball peg. Not a lot of back. You get a bit of forward. You can rotate around. Got some side to side. Not so bad. Snug that back down. He's got a waist pivot. Plastic loincloth. Good splits. The winner of the splits is Evil-Lyn there. So you can go full flat to the ground. His knees are stiff, but you can get them up like that. Let's see, did they stay stiff? Yep. His knees stayed stiff on the right. Lower left is a bit loose, but I don't think it's detrimental. Boot cut, both sides. Up there, down there. Foot rocker. Let's see, just before I put any weapons or anything on him. I mean, he stands great. Stands absolutely fine. I mean, overall design, the head may still be a little small, but you know, I like it a lot better in person than in pictures. The pictures, everything got washed out, you know. Just, I don't know. Maybe the luminescence of the plastic with the super bright studio light or something didn't work quite right. I like the eyes. The eyebrows are painted well on him. The sculpt, it's growing on me. But I would like a slightly better skin tone match. It's nitpicking. It's nitpicking. I want a better joint in the neck, though. And I absolutely want different facing joint in the wrist. Let's see. Let's get the shield. That's the word I'm looking for. I mean, fits securely there. That looks really good, folks. I like the way that fits. That's probably how I'll display him, with the shield up, you know. Let's get his hands to the side. Let's get the Sword of Power in his hand. Everybody knows how that works. I mean, he holds it well. Very secure grip on it there. You can kind of fake it with the lean, but with the adjustment of that wrist and a slightly different joint in the neck, you can have that raise the sword up look. And obviously, I enjoy that because if you look at that He-Man back there, that Skeletor God, the He-Man back there, they all raised their hands up with the sword. You know, I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. I don't have a lot bad to say about it in person. I think the sculpt is fine. The proportions, I mean, I've seen dudes in the gym. Of course, I don't go very often, but I've seen muscular dudes that have a very similar proportion to He-Man here. I mean, I'm not hating on it. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's a good representation of He-Man. Now, let's adjust these guys around a little bit. Battle Cat's helmet. Got Moss Man. Evil-Lyn. She's still a standout here, folks. Put He-Man there. Skeletor God with his funky ankles there. Let's bring in the last of the bunch. We're going to go to Skeletor. Yes. Shaping staff. Gotta remember that. Masters of the Universe Revelation. Skeletor. Mattel. Netflix. Masterverse. 30 points of articulation. 6+ barcode. Flip it around. We got the bottom junk. Don't feed it to children. There's the barcode. Skeletor, Evil Lord of Destruction. Got some insane artwork on the side there. I love the artwork that they got. We got another awesome piece of artwork. If I trash these boxes, I'm absolutely flattening them and keeping all the artwork. There's the write-up. Yeah. Alright. Cross-sell, Mattel. Plastic stuff. Let's get Skeletor out of his plastic prison. Cut the one piece of tape at the top. Same flap situation. His shell has a tape on it. Looks like the stonework background is standard. His little clamshell has 3 pieces of tape, whereas none of the other ones did. So, oh, 2 pieces of tape, but that's fine. Gotta keep things secure in the package, folks. Gotta look good on the shelf. Get him to the side. Look at the accessories. His hand here. Got some pretty good, basic, calm, smooth skin. He is a magical skeleton man after all. Fat wrist there. Look at that hand. He's got this hand. It's kind of a power holding hand. Guess you can. Let's take that out of Skelegod's hand back here. My power sword. Yeah. That doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad at all. For now. We're going to give it back to Skelegod. Because I like to keep the accessories with the figures they came from as much as possible until I get them all displayed. Of course, Skelegod's being a jerk because of these stupid weak ankles. Alright. Don't really need... I'll take that. Okay. Let's look at the staff. Basic yellow gold plastic. It's very cool. I believe it's a shaping staff. I said that earlier. It's basic. It's chill. Fits comfortably into the hand. No problem. No problem. Looks good like that. No problem. I like it. I'm going to put it back in the case though. Oh, that's why. I got a little hole there. Let's get his Havoc staff and Skeletor himself out. Set that aside. We don't really need his hands, open hands. So I'm going to put the open hand back into the tray. Sure, that's how it was. I have no idea how that hand was in there. But, there, enough. Let's get the Havoc staff back up here. Very cool sculpt on this thing. Got fangs almost on the sides. I love the ram's horns coming off of it. It's got some weight to it. It's got some weight to it. Let's compare it to Super 7 Classics movie staff here. I think the new one's a little bit heavier. Completely different style, while still representing Skeletor very well. Let's get them slid back around. Alright. It's beefy. Let's look at Skeletor himself. Now, in person, the head, yeah, maybe just a touch small looking, but I like it. I like the design. This is a weird little choice, but I like it. Let's see, let's pop this head off. Take that piece off. Use basic felted fabric cape. There's the ball joint there. Let's get that back on. Get his head back on. Skeletor often has a cape, but most of mine don't. So maybe that's why I prefer the look without it. Might even put a little tiny dab of sticky tack back there to hold that together. Yeah, a little flippy flappy. I like the straps on this thing though. Sculpted to look like leather. On pegs just fine. Peg that back together. Oh, it's got a triple strap. Look at that. The Makes it even easier to take off of there. Let's get this guy strapped back up. Strap it up. Strap it up. I love the shoot. Not felt. The texture on his hood there. Like a potato sack or something. As far as the sculpt on the face, the bone face, I like it. It's very skeletal. It's exaggerated. What you would kind of expect from a skeleton face man. There's the out. Obviously, he can do a full exorcist. Go all the way around with his arms. All the way around with the other arm. That does, floating there does get a little bit annoying. He's got biceps. Biceps. Ooh, look at them biceps. Double jointed elbows. Let's see if we can bend that one without breaking it. That one is super stiff. Well, we're going to leave that one for now. That one is basically frozen. So, not a lot of up. Pretty good down on the torso joint. He's got a little bit of play in his neck there. Good side to side. Wrist articulation is good. You know, Skelegod's power thing looks a little ridiculous on Skeletor, but you can work it. Waist cut. Sculpted lines. Sculpted texture. Very cool. Is beaten down. Got chunks out of the texture like he's been using it for a while. Up. Down. Let's see. Double joint the knees. Easily kick himself in the back. It's pretty cool, actually. The knee joint. A little bit loose at the top. Do the same on that side. That leg stayed stiffer. Now, as far as the color, it's a slightly purplish blue, but I like it. He's got a boot cut, up, a lot of down, pivot. Let's get him standing here. I mean, he stands great. Let's get the wrist off, or the hand off there. Get the other hand in here. Hell yeah. I mean, he looks good. He looks good, folks. Let's see. Let's get a staff in his hand. Yeah, that looks good like that. Let's get him in a double hold position here. Everybody knows the double hold staff position. Alright, so his angle joints have a similar issue that Skelegod has. If you find that butter zone, he stands real nicely. I mean, I wasn't sure how these were going to come out, folks, but I dig them. I dig them a lot. I think they're a nice representation of He-Man and Skeletor and Mossman, Evil-Lyn. I mean, that Kevin Smith show coming up from Netflix, you know, the Revelation. I hope that's good. I think it's going to piss a few people off. But everything Kevin Smith does pisses a few people off. But I tend to like it. Because I like his sense of humor and everything. So if it rubs off on the animation, I'm going to dig it. But as for my Battle Cat, Skelegod, Evil-Lyn, Mossman, He-Man, and Skeletor, Masters of the Universe Revelation unboxing 3-parter of the Masterverse line from Mattel. That's about it, folks. My opinion is this line is cool. There's a few nits to pick, obviously. The neck joints so it can look up a little more. The wrist joints so it can wield the sword different. The occasional loose ankle joint. The Mossman's tentacle arm. That really should have been thought about better. But overall, I like it, folks. If you're a He-Man fan, mint in box, they're going to look good on your shelf or on your wall, however you display them. Me, I opened them, and they're going to be fun. They're going to be fun to pose around. Looking forward to the show in a few days, folks. Peace.